Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carly Stevens. I'm a teacher and author, and this is English Nerd. Now, when I was in high school, I used to think that there was no way to practice for a standardized test, the multiple choice section in particular. I thought either you are able to do it or you're not. But I learned after teaching AP Literature for 10 years that you can actually do some things to prepare for specifically that section of the AP Literature exam. So I'm here to share with you 3 ways that you can prepare yourself to do well on the AP Literature multiple choice. Number 1 is to familiarize yourself with various literary terms. A lot of the options are going to rely on knowledge of literary terminology. And if you don't know those terms, obviously you're in a worse place. So this goes beyond metaphors and similes. Of course, know the difference between those and how to use them and how to identify them. But also think about, okay, hyperbole and litotes and metonymy and anaphora, and some of those that maybe people don't talk about as often. I've talked about a lot of these on this channel, so if you want to check out some of the term videos, then you are more than welcome to do so. I'll link a couple of those down below. But you don't have to watch a bunch of English nerd videos. You can go on a website and find a list of some of the most common literary terms in general or ones that show up on the AP Literature exam specifically. So make sure that you're not just memorizing what those terms mean, but you can actually spot them in the wild, which can be a different thing altogether. So that, I would say, is number 1. Number 2 is make sure that you are reading and analyzing challenging texts throughout the school year. This is something that is surprisingly overlooked by people. The entire point of the class is to be able to read and analyze challenging texts in a meaningful way. And so if you have not been doing that, or if you haven't been assigned it or something like that, then take the opportunity now to begin reading things that are maybe outside of your comfort zone. Maybe you read for fun, which is awesome, but have you read that many classics? Have you dug into poetry? Have you looked at some of these things that are challenging to analyze? So think about John Donne, for example. He's a favorite of the AP poetry section. Can you analyze some of the complicated metaphors there? So just that practice will allow you to be able to analyze better, and if you're able to get to the bottom of some of these questions, then of course answering the multiple choice about those things will become much easier if you're used to thinking in certain ways because you've practiced over the course of the year. And then finally, number 3 is to familiarize yourself with the format of the AP exam multiple choice questions. So take official practice tests, not just ones that you see online necessarily, but find the ones that are through the AP official site, or there are books that you can get that have practice tests in them. That way you can know, okay, so they'll ask me questions in this style. They'll ask all of the following are present except is in all caps. What do I do in a situation like that? They'll give me questions that are Roman numeral options, and they'll ask, okay, which are true of the passage, and I'll have to choose. So when you know the types of questions, the format of questions that they'll ask, then it's easier to formulate some strategies to tackle those. So beyond just process of elimination, which is tried and true, you should definitely use it. You can consider, for example, with that Roman numeral options style of question, to look not at the options that they give you in the multiple choice quite yet, but look at those Roman numerals and think to yourself, true, false, true, false, true, false, and identify which of those are true in the passage or which of those answer the question, and then match that up to the multiple choice answer below. So those are 3 things that you can do. I have lots of resources on this channel. Most of the information, even from the videos that I made several years ago, remains the same. The test has not changed in massive ways. Obviously, 2020 was an exception, but generally speaking, it did not change all that much in terms of strategies, types of questions, types of passages. So you can use those to your advantage as you would like. So hopefully this was helpful. Good luck on the AP Literature exam. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.